Good afternoon, I'm Gary Robinson for horseracingaustralia.info. Easy enough to see where the website is. And on Professional Punter's Diary today, I've talked about the Geelong Cup and a $101 Cox Plate play. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is show you a little bit of the Cox Plate. Let's have a look at it. And we're going to start by looking at race 9 at 4:15. And of course, that's going to be followed by a great evening AFL Grand Final. Looking forward to a magnificent day. Now, we'll have a look at how my ratings worked out, and as you can see, they range from net of 78.8 to the internationals, for which we're not able to produce a particular rating. Mind you, I have had a good look through them, and I've got my opinions. Okay, so as you can see, I have number 13, Probabeel, on top. Comes from barrier 2, has a 78.8 net win form rating. Okay, followed by number 1, Colding. So Probabeel, we've rated it as a $3.50 chance, Colding at $3.90. Mugger 2 at $6.90. The query is coming back from the 2400 of the Metropolitan. So last start, as you can see, he ran a 74.3, running second by a neck. Before that, he won by 1.5 lengths in the Newcastle Trup and trained by Chris Lees and Australian Bloodstock, of which some of our many members have got shares in this horse through Australian Bloodstock. So very good win strike rate, 8 out of 15, and definitely worthwhile being in this race. Okay, from there we've got Fierce Impact and Natoya. Now, Fierce Impact could only run third to Colding last start, but was a good winner in Melbourne the start before that. Natoya, she's a 7-year-old mare now, but she did run second last start. And the interesting thing about Natoya is if you go back to April, she won the Group 1 Doncaster, and that was on a heavy track, $41. And as a matter of interest, we tipped her as the winner. So there you go. That's going back then. So, and I noticed she's also in barrier 13. Billy Egan is a great jockey, and we'll do the very best for her. And the interesting thing is, too, she's a back marker. Okay. They're not usually the types that do well in a race like the Cox Plate. So interestingly, I'm using the GTX program. This is the win form version. And basically what we've got, the ratings come out as a good 3. But we're anticipating that's not what the ratings are going to be on Saturday. There's a huge amount of rain. So let's see what happens. At the moment, we've got Probabeel, Colding, Mugger 2, Fierce Impact, and Natoya. And one more horse, which I'll talk to you about in a minute, which is a real possibility and the best of the internationals as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we just click on here, change that rating, good 4, slow 5. When we change it to a slow 6, we automatically have this mud come into play. So that's a mud factor, and it either adds or detracts to the ratings according to how well the horse does on a slow track. Okay, so the rating changes now. Probabeel, Colding, Mugger 2, Fierce Impact, Natoya. Okay, not a great lot of change there. Now, if we carry on and we hit on a heavy track, so this is a bog track, all of a sudden we find Probabeel hasn't got a rating on a heavy track. Colding gets a 3-point negative. Mugger 2 is fine. Natoya gets a 3-point positive, and Fierce Impact a 3-point negative. So it just changes around, but basically the selections are pretty much the same. But it does show you what can happen within the win form program. Now, the horse that I wanted to mention to you, and by the way, I'll just flick this back to the normal good rating, just so you see the basic result, if you like. You can see there's a huge range here, 78.8 down to 60.7 for Master of Wine, and Natoya at 64.6. Yeah, she's rated, by the way, rated odds around 30 to 1. And the reality is that she originally opened at 200 to 1 and amazingly firmed right in, and you won't believe the price when I show you this, firmed right in, but has now come back to a much bigger price. I've already backed her each way at 150 to 1. And even though she's, she's in the same class as these because she's won a Group 1 race. The problem I have with her, she's a 7-year-old mare. She ran second last start, which is a good indication that she's fit enough. So anyway, I was going to tell you about my preferred overseas horse, and this is Aspatar. Now, if you look at Aspatar, won by a length and a half at York. That was back on the 25th of July. Now, do yourself a favour, considering that this is over almost exactly the same distance. Go back and have a look at it and have a look at the run and see what you think of it. It's well worth watching. You can go to YouTube, just type in Aspatar horse race, or you can click on York races 25th of July, whatever way you want. It'll come up on YouTube and you can have a look at that, and it'll certainly give you a good look. Now, let's have a look at some of the prices, and I'm using VicBet here. You can also get on at best of the best, but we just have a look here, and these are the odds, and you can see the pre-post flux. So Colding 15 to 14 to 12 to 13, that's the current price. Humidor 26 to 21, Fierce Impact 34 to 31. Master of Wine is out to $41 now. Mugger 2 is amazingly 21 out to 26. As I said, a very, very good run in the Metropolitan and won the Newcastle Cup before that. So absolutely right in this. Aspatar is interesting. 15, got out to 17, back into 15. The other ones we're interested in, well, Arcadia Queen, I don't like it, to be honest. 5s to 5.5, and that's where she sits at the moment. The other one, Russian Camelot, 4.8 out to 5.5, back into 5. I really like to do the ratings, and I do it all by whatever horse is the best rating. Now, when the market opened here at VicBet, it was $91 into 81 and into 26. Now it's gone back out to 91. I suspect the 26, the reason for that is that a lot of our members have already seen this on the website, so got on early, and it has blown back out to 91 and 21 for the place. Well, I reckon she's a 30 to 1 chance for the win, makes the place bet a really good bet. Probable 9s to 8.5 into 8, and as you can see, if we go back to our rating, I've got her rated as a $3.50 chance in this. So if everything went her way and she could handle the wet, then she's got a tremendous good chance in this. Even though if we look at the distance thing here, she's had one start at the distance for one placing. So this distance is pretty relatively new to her, and but I think she should be able to handle it. She's been racing extremely well and going extremely fast. Well, that's all I have for you today. Just a reminder that if you want to get the best prices, go to VicBet. They will do you best of the best. And if you happen to want to open an account there, just refer to us as Winform or Gary Robinson or Horse Racing Australia. That might introduce you to some extra whatever. And certainly you'll be known as one of our members. All right, all the best. Thanks for calling. Good luck for Saturday. And I don't care whether, do I care whether Geelong or Richmond wins? I know one of them's going to win. I like both teams, so there we go. Good luck. Thanks for watching.